Yo, tubers, what's up? Hope you all are doing great. This is a very significant find. I mean, what does it look like? Maybe a little bit like AK? Or maybe it's like FNFAL. Looks like. There you go. It's the Galil Ace from Israel. Weapons industry. And this one chamber in 7.62 times 39. I have a Barska. Tactical 1.5 to 4.5 times 20 millimeter scope on it. Very reasonably priced scope. I have it set up high so I can co-sight it. See that? This rifle is nice, comes with the chick riser. But for me, I don't want to put it on because if I put it on, I couldn't co-sight. So this is just fine. When I use the scope, it's just fine. As you can see it here, right? This is more than fine. This is at 25 yards. Many people say, well, it's only 25 yards, but you know, I just want to show the accuracy of the rifle. Make sure it's not me. So this is a great find. They have a chamber in 223 as well as 308, but I love it, the original the best. 7.62 times 39, the most popular, most available rifle caliber, rifle bullet in the world. I think many of you would agree with me on that. And it's cheap too. And that's why the Israelis, after they fought the 6-day war and won, they feel like, well, the original FNFAL rifle they used during the war is really not adequate. So that's why they also capture lots of AK from their enemies. So they sort of reinvent the wheel, used the piston design, and came up with the Galil, original Galil. I think it's named after the Galilee Lake, beautiful place with the Jordan River fit into it. And this is even more modern. This is Galil Ace. Yes, you got it right, the Ace. You see the lower here? It's all plastic. You see this? To reduce the light. Look at the trigger. It's very wide, so very forgiving. And the rail all the way at the top. Got also 3 rails, 1 on each side and 1 at the bottom. I'll try to show you later. And comes with the threaded barrel. So I put a muzzle brake on it. Make it very soft to shoot on and already reduce the recoil AK rifle. So for some of you out there who want to get the best AK you can, the money can buy, this is it, I think. And if you go to the forum, internet forum, I think many of them we agree. Actually, I should say I agree with them. After I shoot it, it's very accurate. Very accurate. And very soft shooting. I mean, AK is soft shooting to begin with, and this make it even softer to shoot. And this is full auto capable for the military use, of course, not for civilians. So definitely very, very capable as a modern combat rifle, battle rifle, as you can say. I love 7.62 x 39. I think it's a more powerful round than 223. And it's also more available, cheaper to shoot. And I put the cheap Russian steel case, I put the all brass case into it. I mix them up. So far I probably put 300 rounds already, more than 300. I don't know if it hit 500 yet, but definitely more than 300. Not one single malfunction, okay? Not a single malfunction. It's everything I fed her. Front side adjustable. Comes with this adjustable tool, as you can see. The rear iron sight also adjustable, left and right windage. See that? You can adjust it with the tool right here. Iron sight very accurate, out of the factory. I adjust it a little bit to the left because I shoot it a little bit to right. But I shoot it left-handed. And I'm cross-eye dominant, so, you know, my M and I is all messed up. That's why I when I sight in, I only put it on at 25 yards. And if you ask the master at the range, 25 yards, it's a very good starting point for you to sight in. If you sight in at 25, you probably won't be too far off at 100. Just don't do it at 50 yards, get you nothing. Look at that. Look at that. I started as right, as you can see. And I started maybe a little bit low. Finally, got it. how beautiful it is. At first, I don't like the design of this part. I feel like it should be all the way, the guard. But I can live with it, make it unique. Definitely, none of the rifle look like this in the market. Some like it, including me. Most don't. But after you shoot it, I think you will love it. And you will start to get used to the look. Let me flip to the other side so you can see that. Got a very good design on the other side I want to show you. Okay, this is the other side, the left side of the rifle. See how beautiful it is? Love it. Definitely get a muzzle brake, okay? This rifle deserves a muzzle brake, and it's, this thing is not expensive. You can spend $20 and get a very nice one. And you see how I sight my scope? Right now it's all level. See that? It's all level. And this is what I want to show you. When the rifle shoots, this goes back and forth. But you see, it's always protected. Not always, but most of the time it's protected. See that? Try not to pinch my hand on the other side. But also, like any other AK design, you cannot hold the bow open. But that's just how AK works. Safety is also NB safety. It's very tight though. I don't like it. It's too tight. Hopefully, if I flick back and forth enough, I'll be able to make it not as tight. Let's try the trigger. Now it's empty. You see that? Very short to reach that wall, and then very soft, very smooth. I would say this trigger is probably the best out of the factory rifle trigger that I have encountered. Okay, out of the factory. At first, when I picked it up at the shop, I was just going to check it out because I was hesitant because the look of it. It's not the most beautiful rifle in the world. But after I play around with that trigger, I fell in love. Okay, I fell in love. Guys, you can't go wrong with small arms from Israel. If there's any one country in the world, in the whole world, that went through the most conflict, it's probably Israel and US. Who has the most real data from the battlefield. That's why don't take this rifle lightly. It is a very meaningful find. It is called Ace for no reason. It is that good. Okay, it is that good. I mean, we Americans, we love our AR. But if you don't want the stigma of carrying big guys, AK, then give Galil Ace a shot. Give it a shot. But good luck if you find it in the local shops. They fly out the shelf very quickly, especially during this time, the pandemic. Everyone is buying guns and ammo like there's no tomorrow. Galil Ace from IWI Israel weapons industry. Let me take this out. A nice battle rifle. Very well made. Okay? All the rivet, everything. The texture, the metal and everything. The weighted gap, everything is very well made. Let me show you one last thing before saying goodbye. See how easy to take this out? I can do it one-handed. That's the rail. Okay? So you got a whole real estate on the top, more real estate on both sides, and one more real estate at the bottom. And you can still hold your hand here, so you won't be hurt by the sharp edges of this rail. And these are all plastic, okay? Not too bad at all, if you really need to grab them. Looks kind of naked, even uglier, without any accessories. That's why, better to put them up. I don't think I can do it one-handed. There we go. You have to line up at the first. See? Then it's very easy. Sorry about the fumble. There you go. Good old reliable AK design, but in a modern quality workmanship and accuracy take. Presented to you from Israel weapon industry. The Galil Ace, chamber in 7.62x39, the most accessible, most popular bullet in the world. I say it's a pretty good combo, don't you think? And I love this Barska scope. Something that you can put on it without breaking the bank after spending an arm and the leg on the rifle itself. See you so long.